Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last episode, we did alright, I think. Didn't we? Yeah, it looks like we did okay anyway. And it looks like we're okay to do an A-team run as well today. So let's see if we've got anything to spend first of all. I think we did, yeah, we've got 8 busts, 3 deeds, 50 crests. So we might be able to do something with the busts and with the portrait. Although I seem to remember, it's been a little bit since I've recorded an episode here, so I'm just catching up with what I did. There was something I did want to upgrade, but didn't quite have enough for. What was it? I think it was in the Abbey. Was it the... Yes, yeah, it was this one here, the Penance Hall. We could get, if we get 3 more busts, we can get up to 2 slots in here. And I think that's what I'm going to aim for to do. So we're going to go into a mission today and try and get some busts if we can. I think I might actually swap out Reboot into the A-team here. And we will put Nikita in for some healing. And I think, didn't she... Oh yes, we got rid of it. So she would only do something, she would only meditate. And true to form, I'm actually going to put her in for some meditation now. She doesn't need that much healing, stress healing, and this is the cheapest option there. So I'm happy to do that. The other one which needs stress heal, pretty much the only one that needs stress heal, is Berengar here. So let's have a look in the Abbey. We can put him straight into the bar and treat him cheaply as well. Everybody else though is pretty much absolutely fine. It's actually a very low stress roster at the moment, doing pretty well. We do have a spare tank here at level 0 and we have our new Houndmaster at level 0 as well. We won't be doing anything with them today. We're going to get the A-team into a dungeon, although I think we're gonna soon hit a wall. Yeah, we are. We're gonna hit a very big wall soon with Odessa, because she's gonna go up to level 3. Probably at the end of this dungeon actually. Yeah, she's on 12 or 14, so at the end of this dungeon she's gonna go up to level 3. So she is actually gonna out-level everybody, and we're not gonna be able to use her. And we're gonna have to use Keogh. So what I think I may do is we'll substitute in Keogh for this fight as well. So we're going half A, half B here, just to bring up these 2 to level 2, well these 3 to level 2, they'll all level up, and to make sure that we've got a really strong party next time, and also to make sure we don't hit a wall with Odessa, and so that we can't go into these earlier missions, because we seem to have stormed ahead a little bit. So yeah, so we did the cove there. Let's kick all of them out. We want Rebu, Griffin, Karen and Keogh. Should we go... No, we actually, Just looking at some of this, we do get busts if we go and kill the Necromancer, so we could actually do a Necromancer run today. Are they ready? Are they ready to do a Necromancer run? I'm not sure if they are. Oh, that's nice. So we got deeds, more deeds there. We don't have any arbalists at the moment. This plus 2% crit if torch is above 75. So this is a very, you want a light run for this and don't drop your torch down below 50. which we're not doing at the moment anyway, but that is a veteran one, which we're not doing at the moment. And that'll be good for the second place. It's for our melee damage dealer. And it does give us a couple of busts. But we need 3 in total rather than 2. You know, I'm really tempted to try the Necromancer. We have the Leper, we definitely can't use Nikita. So we would have to... Yeah, I'm going to swap back Odessa, because she is the better healer. And she has Illumination. I think I might actually swap that out for Dazzling Light to give us another stun. So then both of our healers will be using exactly the same kind of stuff. So, oh yes, and Keok has her trinkets as well. So yeah, so we need to put her into the guild, not a blacksmith, into the guild. We do have Dazzling Light, I just haven't put it onto her. So we will take Illumination off and we will add Dazzling Light. And so now she is absolutely useless in first position. Nothing she can do apart from move backwards, but we don't really want her to be in first position. She's not a... she is our healer, not anything else. She's not a damage dealer, apart from a judgment, which is always nice. So that's fine. Make sure his skills are all okay. The plague grenades and the blinding gas are kind of invaluable. And we have a disorientating blast as well, and an noxious blast. So yeah, blights and stuns is what he's doing. So he is crowd control. You are damage over time, and we have the little heal as well. I'm tempted to get this Endure for you. So go to the guild, and that Endure would be instead of this Reclaim, because I'm not using that Reclaim at all. So I'm going to get the Endure and increase it. And then go to your character sheet, take off that one and add that one. Because stress minus 13 and increases his stress by 10. So that'll be good. Sorry, by 6. Sorry, not by 10. I don't know why I said 10. Right. And we're going to do the Necromancer. This is a medium quest. This is... so we get 1 campfire that we can use during the session. So this is the first time we're actually looking at the camping skills as well. So minus 15% stress, minus 20 stress, and a little bit of buff. And that is adds damage to himself, but reduces stress from other people. What's he got? Plus 40 stress or minus 50 stress? Because he's got this plus 40 stress, I'm assuming that he's got something special when you get to the affliction stage. So I'm pretty sure there's something else that we're not seeing with this one yet. We also have Lash's Kiss, which is a heal and removes blights and bleeds, and Lash's Cure, which removes disease. So we may want to have a look at them in future rather than the plus stress one. You have minus 15 stress on one person, heal 15%, remove blight and disease. You heal 20%, remove blight, bleeding, plus 10 accuracy and minus 10 stress. So that's a really nice one, but that's only for himself. And then finally for Odessa here, she has minus 15% stress for 4 battles for one person. If religious, minus 15 stress. If not religious, minus 5 stress. And then plus 15% protection and plus 5% protection respectively as well. And then self only. How come it says self only if religious? I assume more than one character can have this sanctuary. Prevents nighttime ambush would be very good though. If morality debuffs. I don't know what morality debuffs are. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to go in for this one. We're going to provision up. Oh, you need your camping skills. Oh, okay. There we go. Did I click that by accident? Okay, we can see this is a new thing because we've not done a medium quest before. This quest involves camping, and camping requires firewood. Firewood is given automatically to you upon appropriate quests. Camping gives heroes a chance to recuperate whilst in a dungeon. When you are wounded or stressed and wish to camp, right click on the firewood in your inventory. So we have one piece of firewood here. We're going to try and get at least halfway through the dungeon first before we actually go in, or if we know where the boss is, we're going to camp just before we go into the boss fight. So I do want a skeleton key, as per usual. We have anti-venom and medicinal herbs. This is a medium quest, so I'm going to want, I think, 12 torches, and I'm probably going to want all of that food actually. And we're going to want 2 shovels, and I think a couple of bandages, and 2 holy waters, because we're going in against a necromancer. That's quite a lot of stuff we're going in with, but I think we're going to use a fair amount of it as we go through. I think I'm happy only taking 1 skeleton key. I think taking 2 would be a bit too much. But what the hell, we'll go for 1 more. And we will embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? A devil
okay,
walks
so
these
we're going in
halls.
now.
Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
So we have a curio and battle before we get to the first empty room. So go have a look at the map here quickly as well. It's a bit of a rabbit warren. I'm really hoping we get some decent scouting though, because I'm pretty sure he will be in that bottom room there. But it is possible that he could be, say, there, you know, or there. And I'm wanting to try and get as much of this cleared out as we can, get some decent XP in here. So we'll head into the first room. I will keep my icon highlight on her, because again it's easier to heal her up than any of the others. So we've got our first fight here. They are surprised. This guy needs to die first. So you are going to stun him and hopefully bring him forwards. Excellent. So now he can't do a tempting goblet. You're going to do a stun on this guy. And you are going to do a big bleed on him. So that, he resisted the bleed there. However, a heal should do nicely to kill them too. Stun wears off him. And so now we can actually do try and stun him again, which it does. It clears all of that, and we can punish him.
Back
Crits
to the pit.
doesn't give any stress relief for Karen, unfortunately. That was a nice easy fight to begin with. So we'll have a look at the torchlight. Still radiant light. We'll go into the room. Nothing in here, as we knew. Bit of scouting, excellent. How far does it go? Just down to the next room, unfortunately. So we know we've got a trap at the end of this corridor. I think you're fine touching this, actually. Yep. Sapphire, onyx and citrine. At this point in the game, these are very valuable. Later on they become a bit less valuable, actually. You end up with a lot of gold and not much So how much of these? 50, 70% on you. 70% on you and 70% on you. Wow, 70% really. Okay, go for that one. Bit of stress relief as well, always good. So now we're actually in shadowy. I'm going to up the torch by 2 and take us into the room. As we knew, nothing here, so move on. I think actually we're going to ignore this path here. No, we'll do the dungeon. I want to try and get stuff out of this. So we've got 4 crests there, that's good. Carrying on, we've got a trap. Did I know about that trap?
By foul invention.
I'm not sure. Into the next room, plus stress on there. Never mind. Right, arbalists. Oh, that's bad. Do you have anything that will push you backwards? No, you don't. But I think getting a bleed on the back 2 would be the best chance possible here, rather than trying to push you backwards. You can use almost all of your stuff. So we're going to go for a stun on the back 2. 2 stuns, excellent, that'll cut down almost all of the damage from this round. You can do a party heal, but you're not actually needed at the moment, so it can actually push you back, meaning that he is in a much better position. And you dodge, wonderful. We're going to go for... Actually, we're going to try and push you backwards. Which brings these 2 down closer. Clumsy axe blade. Moves him back forwards 1. However, the Rain of Sorrow is on these 2. So they both resist it. You're now in a much better position to try and stun. And you haven't been this round, so we're going to go for you. He resists the stun. And try and get the stun on you 2. Stuns were one I didn't particularly care about. Bayonet jab though there is excellent, that means he can't quarrel. And but it does push him backwards, unfortunately. So again, we're going to go for a withstand. No, sorry, a purge. Push you backwards this time. We've got 1 quarrel, and he dodges. Excellent, I hate those quarrels. Graveyard Stumble. Again, brings him down closer, pushes him backwards. I'm going to go for a blight on these 2. Hope that blights. I'm trying to push them around too much and not actually bleed them or anything, like not deal too much damage to them. Again, maybe these guys can't be bled. I'm sure I've bled them in the past though. Graveyard slash there for a decent amount of damage, enough for it to be a little bit worrying actually. You're now in a decent position, but I'm going to push you back 1 more again. So these guys, there's no point in moving them around because they're in exactly the same position now as they were before, so just try and deal some damage to them. Deadweight is actually pushes him back. But he resists. That would have actually been quite good to push him back into the correct position. Again, Plague Grenade on these 2.
Precision and power.
Blights them, that's good. Let's go for the Exsanguinate on you.
Another abomination
kill,
cleansed from our lands.
And a heal. And a bit of stress relief.
Weaken.
And debuff. That's him dead. So now we only have 1 of these guys left. And he dodges. But he can't actually do the quarrel anymore, he can only do the bayonet jab. That's good. Party heal here. Keep health topped up. 4 chances of a crit and a bit of a kind of stress relief for everyone. Didn't get any of them though. I think a blight here against... I might be able to stun him actually. You haven't been this round yet. So it does stun him, it brings him forwards. And he's stunned. You are dead next round, so that's good. So all we need to do is work on you. This has been a bit of a long-winded fight actually. 5 rounds for a fight like this is too long. I was trying too hard to move them around. And the chop hopefully will connect. He had a couple of really bad misses as well.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So we'll take all there. Okay. Am I worried about that? What can we do? I don't think I am actually. I'll leave that. And I think I need you. Do you class as religious? I think you do. Holy fountain. I'm going to put some holy water in there. Divine benefit. Some healing. And some stress relief. That takes his stress completely away. No more scouting. So we're going to head down to here. Sack's contents are yours. A couple of food and some gold. I think you can eat the food. We do have a shovel, so that's good. Shall we skulk in the dark?
Even the cold stone seems
I'll light the torch in a minute. Once we're going into the room, don't worry about it. So we're going to light the torch a couple of times and head in. I don't want to be too damaged or stressed before we get to the necromancer. So I think I'm going to go into this room and head down to there and then finally to there. By the time we get there, we should have a decent haul. I'm hoping we get a couple more busts, because if I get enough of the busts, then we can actually get a couple of things upgraded in town. So at the moment we're just heading back through. In fact, I need to default party order. That'll be good. Heading back through to exactly where we started. Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. And now we can actually move further into the dungeon. So no scouting. First hunger. Yeah, okay, you can get that. Nothing there anyway. And yes, we need a couple of torches here before we head in. Spiders. Resists the stun, but he is marked. We're going to Rain of Sorrows, I think. Yeah, Rain of Sorrows on these two. He's still marked. I think you've got something which will... it's a spit. I think that's a blight, isn't it? Yeah, resists the blight. We're going to put a blight on you two as well.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And now the Hue has a chance of killing both of these.
Executed with impunity.
And you're dead next round anyway. So I'm going to take this chance to do a little bit of a party heal. In fact, what have you got? 26, 26, 29. All I need to do is heal you. And you are going to take this chance to take some of the stress off of Karen here. Because if we can do that a couple of times, that'd be really nice. And then finally, I suppose we can just go through and get the light back up to 100.
In radiance, may we find victory.
And all you can do is noxious blast.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
got a little bit of blood. We've got 2 busts there. That's exactly what I wanted. I don't really care about the blood at the moment. We've got tons of it back in town. And we don't have any vampires at the moment. A bit of scouting, always nice. So we do have a fight in the room we're going to. We don't have a corridor fight though. So we're going to head down this way I'm thinking that I want to fight once, I want to camp once I've got into this room. Because if I'm thinking that the necromancer is either there or there, I think it'll be there in the furthest room away from the entrance, but it may be in the room before it there. So if I can camp here, it'll be much better. I don't actually really need to camp at the moment. We've done really well on this run. So what can I use on this? I don't think there's anything we can use on this. And we can try a bandage. Nope. Never mind. A map is found tucked in. Oh, excellent. That gives us the curios. It doesn't give us any information about the rooms though, unfortunately. So we will carry on, yes, carry on to this fight here. We are now at plus stress. So we will go and torch up. Nothing else we need to do. Ah, excellent. We have a skeleton key chest here. Right, plague grenade on you two. We're not going to mess around with these guys trying to move them down to the front or anything. We know that they can move themselves back into position. Nobody needs healing, so we're going to try and do a stun on you as well.
The match is struck. A blazing star
You two
is
are
born.
going to get even more dots. You resist it though, unfortunately. And we're going to do a hew on these
Another
two.
one falls.
Just kill those ones straight out. Fall on you. Actually, if you get down below 50% health, you can heal yourself back up anyway, so I don't really mind you taking health. So this one clears all the corpses. We're going to do that on you. And it stuns you. I'm going to go for another stun on you. So neither of them can do the jabs anymore. Sorry, we can only do the jabs. And so with that in mind, we've only got 9 and 7 left. So I'm going to take this chance to do a little bit more stress healing. So you're now down to 9 and you're on 14, so that seems fine. And then the hew here might actually take them
Confidence
both out.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
A couple more busts and a portrait. So we'll take what we can there. We can't take the portrait at the moment, so I think I'm quite happy to get rid of We're only worth 15 gold each. So, yeah. We'll definitely take that. We've already lost one of these because we can't. So, I think I'm going to get rid of the medicinal herbs. I don't really use them. So, I'm going to take that instead. And then for this, I can use one of these. Opens a hidden compartment.
Finding the
2 more
stuff
busts,
is only the first
another
test.
skeleton key, and a
Now it
jade.
must be carried home.
Excellent. So we will go... a bit of scouting, excellent. So now we get to see which room it is in. And it is in this room, just as I said. So we can actually go for one more fight before we go in. Or we could go across this way. If I go this way, we won't have another fight between camping and the boss. So yeah, I think we go down. Where the deaths are here. Click on her and blinding gas on you to stun you. No, try and bring you a bit forwards. I know these guys have Reign of the Old Gods, but it gives you a chance to try and punish before. No, it gave him a chance anyway. And we can actually get rid of you now with a judgment. Crit heal as well. Chop on this guy has a chance of killing him, doesn't though. Nearly. Does bleed him, but it bleeds only 1 per round, that's fine, it's only 3 damage. Brings him forwards, clears out the corpse for us, which is nice. A punish on you, I think would be good. And a blight on you.
Masterfully executed.
That's him gone. Doesn't quite kill him.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
I wonder if he can do that on himself, the stress healing. So it'd be nice if he can. Let's try and get through to Griffin. I don't know if you'll be able to. Actually, yeah, you can tursle.
Inspiration and improvement.
And you can do a really light attack. You can heal. And you can tursle again.
The blood
And then
quickens.
let's see if we can use this on him. No, we can't. That's a shame. He's only got 9 stress, so there's no point, so we'll just leave it.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be
Okay, so we
beaten.
have a bandage, 500 gold, and more blood. Again, I'm not really worried about blood. We've got enough of it in town to be going on with. Yes, I know you're bleeding. Oh, we do have bandages, I suppose. We'll take those. So, torch up again. Radiant lights. We know there's nothing in here, and we are going to camp. Okay, so this is a camping mechanism. Camping consists of 2 parts, a meal phase and a skill phase. During the meal phase, you choose how much they eat, which determines recovery. Make sure you have enough food. Skill phase allows you to spend rest points on different heroes' skills for use for recuperation. And so here, we've got tons of food here, far too much actually, so we can just use all of it. So that brings us almost all the way back. And for some reason the flagellant is facing backwards here, probably trying to cauterize his wounds against the fire. So now we're in the respite phase, so we can use these skills. So you're the only one with stress, and you can actually reduce your own stress for 2 respite points. We've got 12 in total. So I want to make sure, first of all, that we do not get ambushed during the night. That's the very first thing I want to do. I think it would be nice for you to have your medication. So that's 2 of the fairly important ones. Don't you have... No, that's only 2 though, so I can afford to spend 3 here. That gives you plus crit and plus accuracy. And you are going to reduce your stress down. That's pretty much everything we can do here. We could... I think we may be able to feed you a little bit more to bring your health right the way up. Yeah. Because we're not going to need all of that. We went way overboard on provisions here, but it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. It actually means if we can beat the Necromancer, then we can go a bit further in the dungeon as well. Try and get a little bit more loot, because we've still got 2 skeleton keys here. And so it's now going to fade to black, and usually you would have a chance of being ambushed during the night. However, one of her abilities is to make sure that doesn't happen. So now we've also got a couple of inventory slots opened up, and we can head straight now for the boss. We have a trap coming straight up here. You have a 70% chance. So that is disarmed. We have a curio here. We might as well. Blight, poisons and toxins. The necromancer may end up blighting us, so I'm not going to use that. I suppose you might be able to use a torch. Item had no effect. No. Let's go through it anyway. Found a map. We know all about this. Ah, we got a little bit of scouting in there. So there is a couple of room battles we could do if we want after this boss. So right, before we go in, we'll make sure everything is right. We're going to light up. We're going to do nothing else. That's everything we can do. Let's head in.
Towering, fierce, terrible.
Okay, first boss fight.
Nightmare made
Flesh is willing. He's only one person at the moment. I think he will summon adds or mobs in who we'll have to try and kill off. However, it will push him back. We're going to try and stun him first of all. Resists it but pulls him forwards. We're going to punish him, try and make him bleed. He does bleed, that's good. We're going to try and stack up as many different things on him as we can. And you are going to try and stun him. He does have no stun resist at the moment, or no
the light,
bonuses,
the promise
or...
of safety.
Right, his stun resist is actually 75%, it's a lot. And you have 105 health. So if we can beat this guy, I think we'll be good to go back into the Crimson Court one and do that. A Hue here will do a 7 to 13, the Chop will do 11 to 21, nice. 13, not too bad. But here we're going to punish again, get these bleeds stacking up as much as we possibly can. So that is 8 per round now. Flesh is willing again. But again, I don't really mind that. We can bring him back down to the front. And try and knock you back behind him. And then we can try and stun you. Hopefully that'll bring you forwards rather than backwards. Damn, never mind. We're going to do... Actually no, you can heal yourself. So we're going to do a stun. We can try and get one of these stuns in, because it'd be really nice to stun him. Impimanites, dodges, nice. It's 5 to 11, it's not bad. Has a chance of killing this one. No, we'll go for 7. Deals a bit more damage. Graveyard Slash has a chance of bringing him below half health, meaning he can exsanguinate himself, which is a good
for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Heal for him, and also a good bleed. So now the Plague Grenade, we can try and add some more things to him. He resists the Blight, so I want to try and push you backwards. Bring him a bit further down. We want to try and punish you again. Add on to that bleeding. So he's now doing 12 points per round. I should have had a look at the exsanguinate there actually, that was a bit of a waste. Dodge, 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 wonderful. A bit of stress, not too bad though. We'll try and shuffle you back down to the front. Resists the move, resists that, and does no damage. So the exsanguinate will only do the first 2 creatures. Reign of Sorrows has a chance of adding more bleeding to him. He is now on 6 points per round. And here I think I do need a bit of a heal. So I'm going to do a party heal. Had a chance of critting for up to 6. So now he's definitely in range for the exsanguinate. We need to do the exsanguinate with him. And I think I need to push you backwards. But you're just going to move forwards again. Of course you are.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Okay, so Death's Door. The next blow could be fatal. How much health do you have left? 27. Again, I need to try and bring you back down to the front. Resist it, and resist that deals no damage. You hitting him is fine. You exsanguinate please against you. Kills him off. Heals 11. And a bit of stress relief.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Party heal again is going to be okay there. You're on 27, this will do 5 to 11. I meant to do a party heal then actually. So the chop here against him is probably the best idea. So now we're actually starting to stack up these down at the front. We want to make sure we do this one to clear all of them. Bring him right back down to the front. And now we can do the big chop. Take him down to 12 health, that's 6 off. He is only on 2 bleed now. It's another big stress attack. Again, not too bad though. But he's on 2 damage per round now, so... Oh, he's only on 6 health. Oh, 5. So now he will die next round. He's not going to get another attack. So we can just deal with these guys now. Oh, we can still exsanguinate, which is good. Try and take you out.
The will to fight falters.
And so now you are going to do a Noxious Blast on you. To get the blight in, you are on 4 per round. You have 9 health left. So let's do a party heal. Get the health up a little bit.
With
There's
no
the
living
necromancer
sinew
dead.
to actuate them, will these walking bones finally fail?
And 26 for a crit. That all went pretty well, I think.
This expedition at least promises success.
So there is the quest complete. We're going to continue adventuring just to have a look at the map really, see where else we want to go. We have a battle room with a treasure, battle room with a treasure, so I think it is actually worth going up these ones just for a little bit further to see where we can go. You have Unholy Slayer now, which is very nice. There's more damage against unliving or unholy creatures. The surprise here is actually really nice because it means I can try and stun these two at the back before they do anything. Which I do, excellent. I'm going to do a bit of a party heal here.
Surgical precision.
And a Rain of Sorrows on these guys. These two are the only ones I'm really worried about. So let's try and push you backwards. Try and make these as unhelpful during this fight as possible. Again, I don't really mind about any bleeds here. They're fairly inconsequential at this stage. It's a decent stress attack, but not too bad at this stage. I think we may need to send Odessa in for healing, but The rest of them, we're okay. We'll try and stun this guy again though. And then we're going to try and get
The
him dead.
ground quakes.
Doesn't leave a corpse. The judgment here on him will be nice. So now we only have the bleeders left. A Hugh here will be nice. Had a chance of killing them both. Nearly did. So now we're stunning the shuffle against this one will be alright. And I think we're actually going to take some stress off Odessa here, so that we can try and get her okay to go into the next mission as well. If she can. Party healing here I think will be best. You're going to do another Hugh, because that will probably kill both of them off. In fact, first of all, you're going to use a bandage, and then you're going to Hugh.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought
We have
low
another
and
skeleton
driven
key
into
here.
the mud.
Can take all of that. We don't need to use this holy water on anything. Increase resistances. We could do that for the next fight. We'll do that on Odessa. Use some holy water on her, and we'll go in. We have a skeleton key one here. I get the feeling that this is going to be worth actually carrying on from. Even though this fight is probably going to really damage us. Luckily they were both against him, he can heal himself back up. I want to try and stun you. I then want to punish you. It's a shame the bleed went then. I'm going to blight both of you. Does blight both of them. Graveyard slash there with the dodge. Clutch dodge. The Hugh here or the chop. I think the chop has a decent chance to kill this one. Is that a bleed? I think that's a bleed.
A brilliant confluence of skill
No, but it
and
does.
purpose.
If hit points are below 38%. Okay, that's nice. So again, I think I'll go for stacking plague grenade on them two. He's going to die next round. He's not. So you need to take a lot of. No, you resisted the bleed.
A death by inches.
And so now I'm going to try and stun you. I'm going to do a chop on you to kill that off. And he is dead next round.
The
There we
slow
go.
death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Move amulet. Plus 20% move chance and plus 30% move resist. Which one is it that has that? Oh, it's Karen. The 250 gold. Let's go to you. Put that onto you. And yeah, you can have a disease charm. Why not? And now we can take that. So now we're going to open this with you and put a key in.
Packs
12
laden
crests
with
and a
loot
portrait.
are
Well
often low
worth it.
on supplies.
Crests is what we really need. Is it going to be worth going into this treasure room? I think it may be. I'm just going to try and quickly do this, really. Ah, well.
Watch your step.
You're not going to win them all. Oh, don't go in there. You're going to get claustrophobia. You didn't already have claustrophobia, so... Oh, you didn't get claustrophobia. Maybe you already have it. No, he's compulsive, torn rotator, and hieromania. I think it was a compulsion there that made him go. So, yes. Oh, we didn't torch up. Didn't need to in here though. I've only got 2 torches left. So going into this one, we have an obstacle. We have a 1 shovel left, so that's good. And then we're going to torch up at the end of the corridor. So with this thing, I think I want a religious character to have a look at it. Oh well, never mind then. We'll get an outsider instead. Yes, I know it's trapped. And I used up the bandages on you last time, didn't I? Yep. You're just going to have to sit there and bleed, I'm afraid. Yes, we can use the shovel to go through. Where next? Straight forwards. Straight forwards. So we could end up trying this fight in the pitch black. We'll torch up as much as we can. 58, we're in dim light. Plus stress, but not... Oh, it's going to be easy fight. Absolutely fine. We're going to take some stress off you first of all. We're going to play grenade these guys at the back. Might have wanted to do the stun there, the double stun. Instead, we're going to try and stun one that hasn't been. Resist blight there, that's nice. And a spit. I think he's going to have to resist that again. No, he doesn't.
Slowly, gently. This is how a
However,
life is
Hugh
taken.
here should kill... Ooh. Should have killed both of them. Your skills do so little damage. Now I think I want to take more stress off you. So I think every round with him I'm going to try and take stress off people. And this is the last fight, so I'm not really too worried about health either really. I just want to get rid of these guys. Everybody else is fine on stress now, I'm happy for that. The Hugh here should kill them both.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Might as well heal them up a bit here. You're full. You can have a bit of food as well, and you can't. So we will go in for this one with a skeleton key.
Wealth beyond measure.
2 more busts.
Awarded to the brave
No,
and the
definitely taking
foolhardy
busts.
alike.
Don't care about the food, they're only worth 5 gold each. I can take them. And that is quest complete. Anyway, this has been a very, very long video today, so I think I'm going to wrap it up as we have a look at these. We got over 11,000 there. We got 24, 30 crests and 12 busts, plus 2 portraits and 2 of them. So just quickly have a look at what she's got. She's gone up to level 3, so we're not going to be able to use Odessa for a while. So you might actually want to spend a bit of time getting rid of some of your bad quirks. I might try and build you up into a really, really good healer to send in for the level 3 missions. Fits here, plus 3 speed, but minus accuracy, minus 3 crit. That is a disease. We can try and get rid of that in the sanitarium if we want. And thick blooded is blight resistant. Finally, the precise striker is plus to melee crit skills, which is pretty much useless for you because you're all range. So we'll return to town I think I'm going to say goodbye here. We're going to do everything else at the beginning of next episode. Sorry it's been a very long episode today, however, a lot of stuff has been done. We've got quite far, and so thank you very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.